And the beat goes on. We're back. We're just going to continue with the vibes. Let's see what the message is talking about. Simple as that. Simple as that. Welcome. Hey, 623. Welcome. New and returning subscribers. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe, the galaxies, my ancestors, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses that flow through me as me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. May the collective come in here. May the collective come in here with the highest of the high intentions. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I'm liking the numbers I'm seeing on the screen, though. With the timer here. Solar plexus. Shine a light on. Shine a light on. Shine your light, honey. Shine your light. Where's the moon right now? Okay. Everything is ready to prepare itself for its moment of emergence. The moon is at 15 degrees right now, collective. Inside degrees states it as the inner kingdom seeks to come out. Everything is ripe and ready for emergence. There have been gathered many soul gifts in divergent worlds, and now there is a harvest time. An immense earth force presses to the surface to release and reveal an underlying feeling tone of righteous triumph, exalted mastery, the gathering of the tribes, the frequency of socio-cultural renewal, with everybody here together offering their best. A subtle permeating tone underscores the outward power with mystic fervor. A deep and strong combination to make a difference and to carry through what is intended. Strong combination to make a difference and to carry through what is intended. Making a difference and to carry through what's intended. Whoa. It was just 333 when I came back to that screen and it glitched out too, y'all. So we here. We've been here. We're just becoming more visible. The waiting game foundations and achievements came on out first. It's been a waiting game, yeah, for sure. It's definitely been a waiting game for some of you when it comes to setting up these foundations to build upon for when these achievements come around due to you building. You know what I mean? But there has been this great focus on the root of it all. The root cause of it all. This has been a primary focus in the waiting game, was the root. Trapped in fear at the bottom of the deck. And here we have harmony coming out next. Okay. So overall, this connection here, or this message in terms of the waiting game and solid foundations and achieving great success in partnerships, was all part of the journey for you to get to see who you truly are. Because once you realize who you are, you know where you fit in. You'll know if you're someone who can continue the corporate ladder, if you're someone who creates this corporate ladder that people take part in. The creator or the consumer. But when we're talking about romantic connections and relationships and harmony in those connections, I definitely do see here, major harmony, because once you get to the root of it, you're able to really clear out any confusions there may have been in the way of successfully building a solid foundation. 246 as well. Major focus here on health as well. Major focus on health. It's like releasing old habits, releases the pattern connected to this effect of the body. King of Pentacles. Emotional stability, core values, allowing oneself to really stand tall. This is a person that's constantly been shut out from speaking. In the past, you weren't able to speak until you realize what all of this was actually building you up to become someone who can actually express themselves. And someone who's always shy or behind the curtains type of thing, you go to now being the creator, being the one who's the bold one to get things going. Once you find that harmony within yourself, more than anything, the masculine side of you, the intuitive intelligence of the masculine side of you. You know what I mean? Extremely fruitful here, though. 10 of Wands. You got to know what's yours to carry and what isn't. It's really that simple. You got to know what's yours to carry and what isn't. Boundaries. That's the waiting game for you to know what it is that you should be carrying, what you shouldn't be. Taking a leap of faith on that too, on that same theory, on really getting to see what's yours to carry and what isn't. Because what isn't yours doesn't mean that you lack anything when it comes to your work, because you don't assist with. Okay, so this is bringing it to old beliefs. The root cause of something right now is an old belief system that created this butterfly effect in certain responses. And now you're sitting here holding on to loads. Once you really have that conversation between you and your higher self about what's really going down, and really looking through it all, like really looking through it all. Like, yeah, that was said, but what does that actually mean? It was stated, yes, but what does that actually mean? What is the vibration of that? What is the experience of that vibration of what's coming from what was just said about what it is that is being perceived as to what it is that I'm doing right now. 8 of Wands. Hangman. Uncomfortable position for a bit to receive this little bit of information. But that's the one thing that's gonna get your ass up. From a point of indecision to having all the decisions in the world, all the actions to a decision in the world, right here. That was the uncomfortable state right here. That was the offer that was hard to take, was allowing yourself, the enlightened one, to be the enlightened one being torn apart in front of all to see. But they don't even know what they're seeing, though. You know, because you know what's going on. They don't know what the fuck. So what this is saying is, don't be afraid to take the next step, because you're looking at what somebody else perceives it to be. What they perceiving it to be has nothing to do with what it actually is. 11:33 on the timer, by the way. This is one thing you decided to do. It was like that last impulsive move you made based on what it is that you were feeling, which is what gave you the enlightenment, which is where you really began to master whatever this message is clarifying for you at this moment. That might have been part of the entire waiting game. Depending on what you want. And the deconditioning that you have to do depends on what you want. So nothing will come of this situation. It's something you've been talking about over and over and over again. You're just going to keep going in circles to talk about it. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Different way of communicating what it is that you want to do. The way you want to move. The way you want to move, adjustments are required. This is a big one now. Adjustments are required. Let's get the angels and ancestors on that. Don't let pride get in your way. That was the message in the last one. You may resonate or not. Adjustments are required. Definitely came out or came through. Be devoted and committed. And I thought this was the be graceful card. But be devoted and committed. Ooh. This is the uncomfortable moment. Because you got to get out of your head into your heart. The answers you need are coming if you're devoted and committed to what it is that you're feeling. Being devoted to what it is that you're feeling. Big time. What you're feeling and what you're feeling, and then being able to differentiate if these are your feelings or those around you, especially while the moon is in Pisces. It makes you a satellite, or why it's in any water sign. Even while the moon is in Sag, that will be the 9 of Wands energy. Trust your talents in changing times. Hold on, let me get a little more here. Adjustments are required. Be devoted and committed. Take note of intuitive messages. There's some information that you've been seeking. But you about to find out, all right. The seer. See beyond current situation. Let's grab another one because that's just clarifying what we were saying. Feel loved and comforted. Everything's going to be straight. Let's see. My messages are for those who are really out here doing the work on not no fuckery shit. Be graceful in movement and action, which is what I thought was coming out when this came out. Smooth operator Sade is the first thing I heard. Coast to coast into Chicago. Move beyond ancestral patterns. There's something that normally happens within your own bloodline, within people, within your own family when things get rough, which keeps this generational cycle going in general. So really allow yourself to really see what's going on. Like, yeah, nothing will come of this situation. Take note of intuitive messages. Be graceful in movement. And yeah, you got the Ten of Wands. I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. You have the Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, the Full card. Listen, whatever this is that's balancing out, just act like a saint. Fuck it. Just be a saint. Just be a saint. Because like it says, healing family issues for the Love card. It's all about forgiving your parents. But when you forgive, you're forgiving for self. So you can release this burden. Releasing this burden. Because it's a burden that's connected to something much deeper than what people were looking at on the surface from generation to generation to generation, until it takes for that one moment or for that one person or for that one moment and these people to look at it from the outside looking in truly and say, oh shit. This is when you can then see beyond the current situation, but you gotta be devoted and committed because it's not gonna be an easy ride. You're gonna have to really get to a point where you step into this emperor, empress energy. This is why that's the difference between the emperor, and the kings and queens, you know. It's the emotion that the kings and queens are each connected to, or element that they're connected to. Meanwhile, the emperor and the empress embody all of those elements on top of that frequency from the divine, what just is. So there really isn't that time for an emperor and empress to react just off of just one element. And that's what you're being built up to. You're being built up to this space where you can, because when you start analyzing stuff like that, you're going to have to see plenty at once. Plenty at once. Where you thought you actually you had a breakthrough, oh, that shit gonna be right there too, showing you a different way, or the breakthrough. Take it for what it is, though. And be graceful in movement and action. It's something you've been sitting on for a while. Yeah, there's under here with the elder. movie on ancestral patterns. That shit gave me a headache. What is that? Move out the window. Release the old and rest. I'm telling you, you gotta let go of something. This shit's generated. When they talk about generational curses, this is why this keeps coming out. Whoever shows up in here during these lives or is watching these videos and you see this card come out, you're the one that's in charge of seeing things beyond the current situation. You got work to do. You always gonna have work to do. You always gonna have work to do. That's why you gotta be devoted and committed. There's gonna be a lot of times where you feel like not even doing shit about it. But when it comes to doing something about it, it's more so you doing something about where you're at in the current frequency of it. It has the power to just shift it all. What you're doing. The Three of Swords, that's Saturn and Libra. Mastering the lessons when it comes to these confrontational ways of partnering with people, whether it's in the physical or verbal, whatever. Be brave and honest. You're welcome, babe. So much love to you, too. Make plans and focus, the Shield Maiden, and shift your perception. About what? Let me see. Let's see what it's talking to you. But we already know there's something over here going on with there's a realization of a heavy load that you're carrying that's been within the entire bloodline for source knows how long. For source knows how long. You got the seer, the sage, the shower master. This is somebody that's taken in different practices to be able to even feel like they're fucking rooted. Obviously, there's a lot going on there. You got birds around you, flying around you, like chilling with you, letting you know what's what, or reminding you of what. That's all part of the waiting game, too. It's all part of the waiting game. Nothing will come of this situation when it comes to everyone else around you. It's like you're the sun in the center of it all. This message said, "Nah, we stop." Ashe. Look at that. Six of Swords at the bottom here. Clear enough, huh? Clear enough. Clear enough. Next card on out is exactly what we were saying this was. Let's see what source is gonna say. We said what we said. Now we're gonna let source speak. Okay, we got a new beginning here. What's after this? You've endured a lot, which through this endurance phase, you gained a lot of skills, practical skills to make moves here. You didn't realize how one emotional matter was actually propelling you forward in another where you had to be more hands-on. Where you have to be more hands-on expressing the way you feel. Some of you may have a moon in an earth sign, moon in Taurus, moon in Capricorn, moon in Virgo. This message is definitely for you when it comes to the obstacles and challenges you have experienced when it comes to partnerships, to get to know who you are, to get to know the way you express yourself and whom to be around. Because of the way you express yourself, you're not for everyone. And you're probably somebody who wants to be around everyone. That ain't your fucking cup of tea. That ain't what you're supposed to be doing. Well, I'm not even gonna say what you're supposed to be doing, but hence that when you do it, it's like, no. Reciprocity is the name of the game. Moon in Taurus, definitely for you. Then we got Three of Cups. Wow. It flipped upright just now. It was in reverse. So I was about to show it to you in reverse, and it flipped upright. So that's a huge message for Moon in any earth sign. Okay? Moon in any earth sign. You're here to root and ground all of those energies from this lifetime, your past life, your ancestors' past life. Some of you may even be Cancerians with the moon in an earth sign. It's just the way these things are just gliding across the sky. It's amazing right now. There it is. Like every day, whether if it's in the physical or within your imagination, you're going to be presented with something that's going to make you root and ground the way you feel. It's like your rooting and grounding sessions have to be like bowel movements with the amount of energy that wants to make its way to you, because you're like the grounding station of emotions, you know. Wow, there's that. This message for you, baby. Look at that. There goes the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy right there. So some of you may be reconciling with people from the past, but you're not the same person. You don't need to explain that to people, though. That's your cue to use your key to get the fuck up on out of it if you find yourself having to express yourself or explain who you are today. Everybody should be reintroducing themselves at this point. So, welcome, love. Look at that. Everybody should be reintroducing themselves at this point. Yeah. Because everybody's bossing up right now. Everybody knows where they got to go to get this wheel moving, to get these donuts running. You feel me? Queen of Cups. Hold on. What is this about here? Tell me more about that. That was really the Emperor, though. That was really the Emperor. See, there's somebody behind the scenes making this move. There's somebody behind the scenes making this move. We got the Nine of Pentacles, independent business. You have learned the gift or have embraced the gift of self. The fruit that comes from just being self. The fruit that there is in being self. It's like you fully embody that. Like you're flying with that right now. From the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, you didn't even touch the Knight of Pentacles on this side. I mean, I know it's here, but it's like once you really tap into what you truly feel about your foundation and where you can really have this achievement in solidifying or building a solid foundation, is when you really step into this boss energy. Like the Wheel of Fortune is in between a person who's independent And the other side is the Queen of Pentacles. That's the boss. It's like basically you're the employer and the employee. Source is guiding you through all of this here. It's a lot of work, but you got it. It's a lot of work, but you got it. It's going to be a lot of work, but you got it. You got it. Nothing's going to come of you just sitting there waiting for the perfect moment. Nothing's going to sit with you waiting there for the perfect moment. Look at that, Virgo twice. This is that work energy. Putting that work in. You may not know the full story, but you don't care about that. You know you're on your way to victory and success though. Because crowning this is a lot of limitation and fears that you're breaking through. Because justice is being served, so therefore you're breaking through all of this. Yeah, for sure. Because of that 3 of Swords like energy right here. You built enough skills to overcome these feelings, and now there's definitely something to celebrate when you realize what wasn't coming from any of those situations where you have made adjustments because you realize where your foundations and achievements were on hold because there wasn't harmony in certain social relationships outside of you. So this is why you were stuck in certain situations and not making the move either. And then you have make plans and focus and shift your perception coming out here. Yeah, the more you focus on you and what you're doing and you get more in harmony with the way you're going to take action and balancing out the intuition with the logic within you. Notice how the masculine energy heart is glowing. So it's really connecting more of that feminine drive where it's like the perception is moving through that aqua-like energy, through that water bearer energy, the mind and the heart. You know what I mean? The thoughts and the feelings. And being focused on that too. Being focused on that alignment is what I'm seeing a lot of here. Being focused on that alignment. This is where you gain that strength in spite of adversity. Because it's going to cause a lot of adversity to take this path and really do things the way you see best fit for you in this current moment without explaining it to anybody. Respectfully. That's one thing with people is their gift of audacity. Let's put it that way. The gift of audacity, it becomes at an all-time high when you see yourself start shifting. That's why you got to really pay attention, because you could be calling in a certain type of frequency that don't vibe with the way that you move and certain things, the way you verbalize yourself, things like that, or speak rather. You don't need nothing, no spiritual confusion. You don't need no spiritual confusion. You don't need none of that. Spirit guides won't allow that. Ancestors won't allow that. Once you start really connecting, you gonna know what's what. You gonna know what's what. You gonna know who's who. Because they're gonna show through, boo. You feel me? But I'm gonna leave it there for right now. If I feel a need to come up on here again, let me get another message here. Let me see what else we can do. Let me see. Romance cards. 34, 55. Jupiter and Pisces. Oh, it's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah, yeah. Passion. That's fine. Message of love for the collective. What's the word on love right now? Unrequited love. Worth waiting for. Plain and simple. Kissed a couple frogs to heal a lot of the past, so that way you can really and truly meet the emperor of a lifetime. Let's see what else is here, though. Tell me more about this. What does a collective need to know when it comes to love? Oh, you're welcome, baby. Release your ex. If there was an ex in the past that really fragmented your soul, it's time to let that go, because that's going to start to seep through into other connections. Gotta be mindful of that. Heart-to-heart conversations, especially in these heart-to-heart conversations that you're having with new people, and you could be talking about the past. Don't be talking about your past to be trauma bonding or to get someone to subconsciously feel sorry for you. No, because you're going to put yourself in another karmic cycle. You're going to activate a part of their soul that if they're not awakened to what's going on too, you're going to awaken a part of them that you have just overcome. But because it's a comfort zone for you, you're going to constantly go in that direction. And that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. So I'm going to allow you to honestly discuss your feelings for this person freely. You don't want that. Express it all. That's a lot. Yeah, that's what I mean. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. That's a major reason why it may even feel more so like unrequited love, because you're taking in bullshit from other past lives, and it didn't work like that before. It ain't gonna work like that now, motherfucker. Like, let shit go. You got romantic feelings, make the effort, and soulmate. I mean, shit. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, some of you have a connection with somebody that you constantly see in your damn dream state. First of all, they're always in your dream state. It's like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Did we not have this discussion last night? They didn't even want your ass here. But you're still here. You're still here. Why are you still here? Well, there may be a part of you still that resonates with that frequency. That's why the fuck they still here. The door's still open. And sometimes you have doors that are open for reasons you don't even realize why you have them open. The reason why you have doors open you don't even like about yourself, because something else that's layered under that is not allowing you to see the full picture of all that is, that's even making you, not even making you, but influencing you. That's a better word to use. Influencing you to do certain things or be in certain partnerships or work in certain places or apply for certain things where you meet certain people. Like, the universe got a way. And it's always working on your behalf anyway. It's always giving you what you're most aware of. The most. What you're most aware of. But we have romantic feelings, make the effort, and soulmate. Whatever this is in the past, from a past life. Okay, so this could even be for those of you who have lost someone in the past, in this lifetime, who has loved someone, who has already transitioned. You may see parts of them in other people. You may see parts of them in other people. But stop looking for them in other people. Someone who's already transitioned or someone who's already moved on. Some of you got to stop. And that same thing that keeps catching my eye, because it's a different type of glow. That joint just caught me off guard. Telling you, that 222 portal, I mean, that energy is going to be potent till December. So I might do something on the 22nd of March. I might, I don't know. We shall see. I want to pull some more cards. Hey, 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 hey. But I feel like it's going to have me going in a whole nother direction. All right, so back to this past life relationship. Yeah, don't look for somebody from your past and people of your present. Look, not look, but align with what it is that you are now, today, right now, in that moment. You know what I mean? So it's about you, baby. Express yourself, express that beauty, express that art that you naturally come with. However it is that you're here. Peace, baby.